Henderson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast. And they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Jayhawks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've they'll go to the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Got it set up on the outside. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Can the D deny them on second and goal? On the option. Bulldozes his way through. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
Instead of running the traditional option where the running back is the pitch man, nice job by the offense, getting creative, getting a way to get their speedster, a playmaker, a receiver the football in space, and he does the rest.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead down 7-3. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up.
Breaks into the open. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. These guys got their nose bloodied in the Big 12 last year. They took it personally through the offseason and eager to atone this year.
And guys this year are just going to have to step up and make more plays as well. They've got some dudes who they feel are very, very talented but weren't always playing to their potential. Last year, David, it's got to start in game 1 in conference play this season.
No doubt. We got to set the tone early, send a message early. We're not that team from a year ago. Like, that was a bad season. That was a down season. We're going to turn this around. Got to get that momentum created game 1 if you want this season to be successful.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Finds a man on the left. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Takes a handoff. It's Thompson. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Jayhawks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Got it in the middle, it's Thompson. Just a little short. And the Jayhawks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Thompson. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Power football with the run. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The Jayhawks have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Wants to go up top. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you can have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense. Big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Bearcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Sorsby. Moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Simmons. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And the Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
That quick slant is a hard ball to adjust to and make your quarterback look good. If you throw it behind me and I'm coming down the line of scrimmage, I really don't have a chance to adjust and try to make my quarterback look good. He's got to miss that thing low or high. He can't miss it behind me.
Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw, it's Sorsby. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere there today in Lawrence. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's kick it back to the guys at Kansas Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Finds just enough space across the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down.
Turning it on! Grabbed over the middle. It's Allen. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. And the Bearcats are on the move. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The short hands, it's Allen. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that quarterback can go in the other direction.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off. And it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
The Bearcats line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Wants to throw. It's Daniels. Got it behind the line. It's Stewart. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them. They've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
The play action fake. Here's a heat. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And they finally get to this guy, and he's electric. He's dynamic. He can make plays with his feet and scramble around. And I think they got used to it in the first half. And now, if they want to win this football game, they got to continue to catch that fast joker and get him on the ground.
That's that's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Scanning the field, it's Sorsby. Rushes on him. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
Not a lot of good things happen when your quarterback gets hurt. When you speed up that processor just a little bit, make him a little bit uncomfortable. The defense doing a little bit of that. I need a little bit more protection from this offensive line.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Bearcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. He'll throw on third down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
How nice is it to have a running back with this guy's skill set, right? That's not a guaranteed give-me fourth down conversion either, but still, they trust in him to find the crease and keep this drive alive.
Finds the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
The Bearcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete and jarred loose by the hit.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
He'll work his way down to the 28.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll leave it with the lone back. They make the tackle after he gets two down to the 25. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Going to try to get it himself. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17.
That's the danger as a defense when you blitz this guy on third down. If you don't get him to the ground right away or someone's out of a gap, his scrambling ability can hurt you, and that's exactly what happened. He saw open field, he took off, and he was able to go get the first down.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bearcats!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Trying to pound it in. He's back in the end zone for the two-point conversion and followed the touchdown as he single-handedly is trying to keep them in it. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looking for those open spaces and opportunities. The Kansas offense returns to the field. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. Running to the left. Creates a little room. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Sets up the screen. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And the Jayhawks will have it 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the move, it's Stewart. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the back. To the air on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Jayhawks will line up to punt it away. That time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. We've reached the break, and Kansas has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking for a deep man. He's got it at the 25. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Pryor. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They go to the ground. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Bearcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Sorsby. Takes the easy completion. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. Right down the boulevard. And we are all tied up here in the 4th.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Zings it complete to the right.
Well, this defense is used to seeing this fullback just slam up on in there trying to block people. Now you release him out of the backfield to see if you can catch the defense off guard.
And the Jayhawks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll send the back in motion. Quarterback keeps it. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Stewart. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking for room, it's Stewart. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Jayhawks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Floating away. There he goes. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Jayhawks have their offense in high gear. The give to the tailback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Making side adjustments here. To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Walker. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Unloads it downfield. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, I like the aggressive nature by the quarterback there. He's trying to take a shot down the field. Just a better play by the defense forcing the incompletion.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Bearcats! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. James Madison is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Harrisonburg, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 10 over Georgia Southern. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll power it inside with the fullback. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. So now it's 2nd and long. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. They're dealing with with a 2nd and long. The big fullback's got it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense has plenty of time, and this defense trying to dig in and get one more stop and hang on to this lead. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
What a great play by the defense. In a play like that, in this situation of the game, late, it's close, 3rd down, you gotta have it.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Takes it the other way. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Cincinnati. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
In this kind of game where it's only one possession, one play could make the difference. And that time the quarterback got a little too greedy. The defender jumps in front, picks it off, pads the lead for his team. We still got a lot of football to go here, but that was a massive play for the defense.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Off the play fake on 1st down. It's complete to the right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is broken up, incomplete. But wait, there's more. Flag on the field, and it might be against the offense. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Speeding down the right side. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back. Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. And the Bearcats will try to run out the clock in the final minute. Looking to fire. The throw. Finds his man. It's Allen. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
A timely pickup to get the 1st down there, and it took a little something out of the crowd, too. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Paul Bunyan's axe stands tall as the prize for the game we have today. A battle that puts the spotlight on these two great institutions as we wait to see who will walk out with a sharp piece of hardware. And the Golden Gophers will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Anthony. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Badgers offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. The battle for the Axe has been built on close, contentious, hard-fought, down-to-the-wire games. That was not the case last year as Minnesota won in a blowout.
This is a big opportunity, I think, for Minnesota. If they could win in yet another blowout, think how much that would help their recruiting. These two schools, they recruit the same kids, so a big opportunity here for Minnesota.
They recruit the same kids. They're built the same way, built on physicality, built on toughness. This rivalry, the Axe, all of it means something, and especially when you lost big the year before, you're going to have something to say about it today.
Looking for a crease. It's Dupree. And about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Breaks into the open. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. And the Badgers will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Edwards. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Fires on the move.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, you know the offense is going to come out trying to get this guy the football, right? He's their best receiver. He's their best receiving target. Great job on defense knocking that one away.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the pass will bring up 4th down. The Badgers send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. We've got a timeout from the kicking team. So the Minnesota Golden Gophers offense will get the ball for the first time. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now adjusting. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Leaves it with the running back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds him out of the backfield. Boy, the defense clamped down on that 3rd down completion and didn't allow him to get forward at all.
You're right, Reese. It looked like they were anticipating a quick throw, and you saw everybody so alert, and they were able to rally to the ball.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocked.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Looking for space. It's Dupree. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Badgers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Got it near midfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. This offense has it with really good field position. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. These old rivals have gone at it for a long time. First meeting way back in 1890. It is the most played rivalry at the highest level of college football.
Yeah, you're right, Reese. And even though this game hasn't always had national championship implications or Heisman Trophy implications necessarily, this game defines what's so great about college football. It's the rivalries, right? You don't have to be necessarily a fan of either of these two schools, but appreciating the history, I think, is what makes this game.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Golden Gophers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Mason. They stay aggressive and push their way out through the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on first down, open up the entire plate.
And just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers, and now understanding zones and how to attack them. It's just unbelievable when you got these kind of big athletes.
The Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking to pass. It's Edwards. Quickly to the tight end. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. And here comes the offense on second down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Listen to this place. Oh, man, and they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. They'll give it to the back. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. And they'll push that lead out a little further. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive.
Turning it on! Continues to fight for yards. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. See if they can get the edge on the jet sweep. And here's the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that'll send us to the second quarter. That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. To the air, it's Edwards. Quickly out to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. It's Anthony. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Fires to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This is one of the things that makes this defense so tricky is they've got incredible speed at the inside linebacker position. Not only can they go sideline to sideline and run east-west, but they can run downhill on blitzes, and they can get to the quarterback.